Hello beautiful beings, and welcome to another Galactic Mayan Astrology Report. This is a report for the Friday the 4th of August 2023. We're now in a Galactic New Year. I'm just like breathing into where I am right now, in all aspects actually, but I've always been the kind of person, again, like in all aspects of life, but like to just be like, oh, where does that road go, and walk up it. And yeah, I was like looking for somewhere to film the video and just like walked up this really steep hill, and it's just opened out, like it took me through the woods. And there's such ancient woodland around where I live. And then yeah, I've just found this beautiful spot with this beautiful tree, and I can just feel the way that I feel like it's the he has just created this like beautiful vortex that I'm sat within. And yeah, I feel like though the humans have been like kicking off about the lack of sunshine, I think the earth is really happy to have the rain here, particularly on the back of like the last few years of summer being really dry. And it just feels like everything's really alive. And there is an element of, because you know, if you don't know, the UK is having a very wet summer, but there does feel to be this like purification happening, you know, within us all at the moment. And yeah, like Gaia's going through it too, and just these old codes and old ways of being, you know, they need to be washed away. So yeah, we're now in the Galactic New Year. We're in the Overtone Wizard. I know for myself, and I'm watching around me, that, you know, this thing that I was speaking about it being the year to build and to start to create on top of the foundations that we laid last year on the back of 2019's initiation. It's starting, you know, and as you've probably heard me make reference to, Esteemed Creatives is an organisation that I've birthed and been trying to get off the ground, and it wasn't the time, and now it's the time. So yeah, expect very soon to hear more about that. But if you are around like Manchester or West Yorkshire and you've got young people that are 11 and over, get in touch with me, because I feel like you'd want to be on the mailing list. I'll put a link for the mailing list below because it's mega. And everything sings in response and nearly knocks over the camera. Thank you. So yeah, within this Wavespell, so we're in the energy of the new year now. And if you haven't watched the video, look through my YouTube and find the video that's all about the energy that we've now shifted into. The last Wavespell was about the white dog. It was my birth Wavespell, and the white dog's all about relationship and relating. And yeah, it made me laugh because I was like, I'm operating on the higher octave of relating now. I'm a fuck, mate. It's funny how we like trick ourselves into these things. And it, you know, I guess in some ways it is a higher rung, but you know, fuck me. The triggers of the previous Wavespell relationally were old and intense, but super here for it, you know. So yeah, and now we're moving into the Blue Night Wavespell, and the Blue Night energy is about the dreaming. That's what it's all about, you know. So it's all about the subconscious and creating. It's about dreaming new things into existence. It's about abundance. And you know, there's been a lot of talk in the field at the moment, within my field, within the people that I'm connected to, you know, on the money topic. It feels like it's really bubbly, and this Wavespell is going to be probably an enhancement of that, because the reality is, when we break out of the weird distortions upon human mentality, you know, everything is created by us, and it's literally us as a human vessel being clear enough to channel. That's literally the aim of the game. The aim of the game is to be able to channel, to listen to our higher selves, or to the core of reality, or to God, or to, you know, whatever wording you want to put on it, listening to the thing that's outside of mind, and having enough space with our human vessel to allow whatever that energy wants to bring through to bring through. We can work in harmony with it, you know, we can work in harmony with it and direct it for the greater good of everything. But when it comes to money, the whole way that this like slavery concept has birthed and been anchored on the planet is by tapping the human mindset. And this is why I'm so passionate about the dissolving of schooling, because that creates forms, it creates formation in the mind, and that's then what we channel through. Whereas when we have minimal forms in the mind, we're then able to channel abundance, and all of our trauma and everything is totally wrapped up within all of this. So the aim of the game is to be clear, and this is really where the blue night kind of comes into its fullness, because when we are clear, we can birth anything into existence. Like, there is no limitation in this reality other than thought form. But we all get so comfy in the codependency, you know, we get so comfortable in this idea of like, you know, the system. And again, these things were created most probably to inhibit, but the inhibit is always the greater good of evolution. It's like, I was watching, oh my god, it's so fucking good. I went to see Astro City. I fucking love Wes Anderson, and I fucking love space. So it was just like, and there's like a scene in it where I think it says something like, you have to fall asleep to wake up. You have to fall asleep to wake up. And if you don't fall asleep, you don't wake up. I think that's how they phrase it. So this whole thing of how humanity has fallen asleep, you know, to what we are and how we can operate. You know, this is the whole, hello little one. This is the whole magic of it. You know, we are everything. It's all connected. And the more that we have the space, the more that we can bring through that. But when we don't have the space, then the comfortable position is the victim. I can't create that because, I can't do that because, I can't, and it's always an outsource. I can't because external thing that I have no control over dictates that I cannot. But actually the blue night comes in and he's like, wait a second, that's not true. You can have it all, you can be it all, you can do it all. And the only thing that's stopping you is you. And we don't want to hear that, man. No, it's the fucking government. No, it's them over there. No, it's that thing from our past. No, no, no. The book always ends with us. Book stops, book ends. I don't fucking even know what that saying is, but whatever. So within this Wavespell, we have two trajectories, as is always the case. We've got the shadow of the archetype, which always leads to the gold of the archetype, but then we've got like the full essence of the archetype. So the blue night is about the subconscious realm. If our subconscious realm is full of limitation that we received through culture, through systems, through relating, through trauma, then we cannot be abundant beings. But if we break down those structures, which we can, ka-ding, then we step into a very different trajectory of life. And, you know, the thing that's come really strong recently, which is one of the reasons that I'm going to be launching Embody, is that it's not just about, Blue Night is about the cleanup and then the stepping into the abundance, but there is also another piece of the puzzle which is about the maintenance of clarity. How do we maintain clarity? Because the, you know, reality that we are a part of is a co-creation. You know, there are multiple fragments of us doing the creating, which means that there are different frequencies, and if we're not cleaning, then regardless if our past is clear, if we're not keeping clean, if we're not keeping ourselves energetically clear, then that gumph of the collective is going to send us awry. But as we continuously clean, then we're cleaning for everything, we're cleaning for everyone. And you know, this is the big thing about children, you know, and the devotion to children. Like, it's not just about cleaning things up for our own personal reality, it's about cleaning things up for the future of reality. You know, the more that we can do within our personal sphere, the more that we have contributed. And sometimes that's not even going to be something that's recognised. We might not leave something physical that will be a legacy, but energetically what we've cleared within our lifetime is a next level legacy. So yeah, I'm going to be launching on the Lionsgate that program, and it's going to be an ongoing group. I'm really excited about it because I know it's going to really support me. So Tuesday morning at 7 a.m. UK time, an hour of shaking ceremony. So we'll like do a meditation, we'll do some EFT and really get ourselves clear and in the zone to be our full selves. The Wednesday evening, we're going to have a Mayan Movement Ceremony. So that's going to be tuning into the energy of the Wavespell, the energy of the day, clicking in the medicine, and then also moving into ecstatic dance. And then on the Thursday, we're going to have another shaking ceremony. Now, the reason that I've done this, again, is for this cleaning, this maintenance that I know that I need, and doing it in community has always felt achievable to me, because I'll just start something and I'll stop it, whereas if there's a group of us doing it, it's a different experience. But then the other piece of that is bringing in the embodiment, because the body is the everything, you know, like we have to be inhabiting ourselves. We have to feel safe in here, we have to feel in full clarity in here, clarity and clarity, to be able to channel and bring forth what we're here to bring forth. So if you want to get in on that, it's 33 quid a month, and you get like 3 sessions a week, so it's pretty fucking cool. Come in and out of the sessions as you want, you know, you don't have to be there, you don't have to tell me if you're coming or not, it's not like that. But it's going to be an anchor, you know, and I know that I need the anchor, and if I need the anchor, then we need the anchor, because what you need is what we all need. So anchor present for you, link. So yeah, within the energy of this wave spell, you know, we are going to get lost in our own bullshit, I would say. And it's just a question of how present can we be with our stories. You know, we're telling stories all the time. Some of them have been told to us, some of them are the repeat of the experience that we've had, but we're telling these stories all the time. I can't because, I shouldn't because, and it's always this outsourcing. But if we can reclaim, if we can work with those stories to create a different story, if we can break down those really firm beliefs that we filter reality through and say that this is the fucking truth and nothing that you say is going to make me see it any differently, if we can begin to soften them, then what comes through is love. And love is unlimited, love is abundance, and love is money. You know, money is a form of love, because it's a form of energy, and everything is energetic, and all energy is love. It's just filtered through different ideologies. So how big can you dream? And I think that, you know, there is an interesting edge in this that I've found. You know, if we kind of go like from being in like negative equity, like I'm not really making enough money to survive, and then we're like, I'm gonna be a multi-fucking millionaire and I'm gonna own 7 cars and 3,000 houses, our system's going to be like, well, that's fucking bullshit. So to align with that reality is going to be pretty fucking tough. Whereas if we can make these like incremental new visions that feel achievable, it's steps. And it's interesting, my partner just got me this. Lol, that was funny. My storage ran out. So yeah, like this symbol, you can go on lots of cookie trails with it. I can't remember the fucking name of it now, but anyway, this whole thing of like the incremental steps when it comes to reality navigation or recreation feel to be really important, you know, from my own experience. Whether that's true for everybody or not, I guess some people can do the whole like quantum leap ideology, but yeah, we're in this time of dreaming the new dream. Like, what do you want to create in the world for yourself and for other people? Dream it, and go to the like 10-year vision, and then bring it back and do the next step that's achievable now. Feel the next step that's achievable now. But when you tune into that bigger vision, make a list of all the reasons why you can't. Make a list of all the beliefs that you hold that are preventing you from that reality, and then do the work to dissolve the belief systems. And again, these incremental steps for us to collectively birth the new dream. Like, make the vision really strong, really big, and then tone it down. Not because you're not going to get there, but because you want all parts of you to feel that it's achievable. So, okay, I want to make an extra grand a month. And this might be an incremental step for some people, it might be a bigger step for other people. But if it's a bigger step for you, then whittle it down. Okay, I want to make an extra 100 quid a month. Like, how can I do that? How can I create that? Because that's all we're doing all the time. Whether it's through our negative beliefs that are all limitation, we're still fucking creating it, or our abundant beliefs. So it's about choosing the abundance, like choosing the idea that we're free, even if it feels a bit bullshitty now, and then living accordingly. Allowing those parts of us that are like, well, that's not true, to come up and sitting with them. But then recognizing, like, that's not truth, actually. that's not full truth. So I'm going to do a little bit of dismantling, and I'm going to step into that abundant flow. So yeah, happy dreaming. We're going to go through the Lionsgate portal, which is exciting. We're in full serious time now, which is another reason that everything's amped the fuck up. Embody will be launching on Lionsgate, so we'll have our first shaking ceremony that morning, and then we'll go into the full ceremony the day after on the 9th in the evening to really open the container, and then it's just going to be this ongoing, keep it clean, keep it high vibed, keep your eyes peeled for all things esteemed creatives. Very soon we'll be announcing more about it. Fucking hell, it feels so good. It feels so good and so right. And yeah, big ups to this amazing tree. I love you, thank you. And I love you guys. And I'm really grateful to be journeying another year on planet Earth together. And yeah, just being in this time of great change and big deaths, you know. If you've been feeling the death and the depression, you're not alone. I've been so fucking in it. And then as I've come out, it's like, oh, okay. It's because all this new shit's coming. Had to do a little bit of dying there. And this is another piece of the Blue Nights. Like, if we've got beliefs in the way, man, and they feel really true, we're clung onto them like fuck. There's a lot of charge. So there's probably going to be quite a lot of prying to get ourselves into a different vibration. But we can do it, and we can do it together, because that's what it's all about. All right, darlings, sending you so much love, so much gratitude, and I will see you, or maybe you'll see me again very soon.